The entertainment world is paralyzed by a devastating silence today, shattered only by the heartbreaking reality of a tragedy no one saw coming. Behind the flashing cameras and breaking news banners lies the story of a mother forced to endure the absolute unimaginable. Who is this incredibly courageous woman? It is Lesley Vogel, a mother whose heart has been ripped apart not once, but twice in the span of just 2 agonizing years. Barely 24 months after burying her beloved young son, Jansen and Panettiere, cruel destiny has dragged her back into the darkest nightmare a parent can face. Today, she mourns the sudden and utterly shocking loss of her beautiful 36-year-old daughter, the iconic Hayden Panettiere. While television networks broadcast sanitized versions of her final moments, the raw, bleeding truth has been deliberately kept in the shadows. What terrifying secrets are hiding behind her unexpected demise? Was this truly a natural tragedy, or does a far more sinister and painful reality lurk beneath the surface? For years, the glittering facade of Hollywood masked a terrifying downward spiral, but the whispers can no longer be silenced. The questions surrounding her final hours are hauntingly loud, echoing through the corridors of fame and the shattered hearts of her loyal fans. Was she alone in her deepest moments of despair, or was the darkness that consumed her fueled by unseen forces?
Today, we are pulling back the velvet curtain to expose the painful truths and bitter realities that have been locked away until this very moment. We will delve into the profound wounds that fractured her family, particularly the agonizing estrangement from the mother who first guided her into the spotlight. Before we uncover the chilling details of her final breath, we invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your vital support empowers us to bring these sensitive, unfiltered stories to light with the utmost honesty. Prepare yourself as we retrace the tragic, beautiful, and deeply flawed journey of a star who burned too bright, too fast. To truly comprehend the magnitude of this devastating loss, we must travel back to the serene beginnings of a life destined for both extraordinary greatness and unspeakable sorrow. Born on a quiet August day in 1989 in Palisades, New York, Hayden Lesley Panettiere was thrust into the unforgiving glare of the limelight before she could even walk. Guided by her mother, Lesley, a former actress herself, the radiant infant was instantly transformed into a commercial sensation. With a face that could melt the coldest hearts and a natural, undeniable magnetism, she conquered the modeling world effortlessly. By the tender age of 11, she was standing shoulder to shoulder with cinematic giants in the powerhouse film Remember the Titans.
This was no ordinary child star. This was a prodigious talent whose trajectory seemed entirely unstoppable. As she transitioned through acclaimed roles in Raising Helen and Ice Princess, the world watched in awe, completely unaware of the heavy toll this relentless pressure was slowly extracting. The year 2006 marked a seismic shift that would catapult her from a rising starlet into a bona fide global phenomenon, forever altering the trajectory of her young life. Stepping into the iconic role of Claire Bennett in the smash hit television series Heroes, Hayden became the invincible cheerleader who could miraculously heal from any catastrophic wound. Oh, the bitter irony that a girl who portrayed unbreakable resilience on screen was secretly fracturing behind closed doors. She became a household name, an idol for millions of young girls who saw their own strength reflected in her captivating performances. She further cemented her legendary status as the fiercely ambitious Juliet Barnes in Nashville, delivering a breathtakingly raw portrayal that rightfully earned her a prestigious Golden Globe nomination. Whether facing down killers in the Scream franchise or dominating primetime television, Hayden proved she was an absolute force of nature, a mesmerizing talent whose star power seemed completely invincible.
Yet, as the blinding lights of massive success shined ever brighter, and all-consuming darkness began to stalk her every single step, threatening to swallow her whole. The birth of her beautiful daughter, Kaya Evdokia, in 2014, with world champion boxer Vladimir Klitschko, should have been her crowning moment of joy. Instead, it became the gateway to a horrifying psychological descent. A grueling delivery left her physically shattered, but it was the terrifying grip of severe postpartum depression that nearly destroyed her mind.
Hayden bravely confessed to plunging so deep into an inescapable emotional abyss that she genuinely questioned her own survival on a daily basis. Desperate to numb the agonizing psychological pain, she turned to the lethal comfort of alcohol and heavy narcotics. The insidious grip of addiction took total control, pushing her body to the absolute brink until doctors issued a chilling ultimatum regarding her failing liver. The invincible cheerleader was now fighting a desperate, losing battle for her life. Her desperate fight for survival became an endless, agonizing cycle of bleak rehabilitation centers, fleeting moments of fragile sobriety, and devastating relapses that shattered her spirit. As the toxic substances ravaged her physical health, the pillars of her personal life began to collapse in a spectacular and highly publicized fashion.
The once fairy tale romance with Vladimir dissolved into the ashes of heartbreak, leaving her dangerously adrift. She soon found herself trapped in a volatile, deeply destructive relationship with Brian Hickerson, a turbulent romance marred by horrifying allegations of severe domestic violence. Amidst this whirlwind of terrifying chaos and personal destruction, the ultimate tragedy struck. She lost physical custody of her precious daughter, Kaya. Hayden later confessed with gut-wrenching honesty that having her child torn from her arms was a soul-crushing agony, a pain so profound and unbearable that it eclipsed every other hardship she had ever endured in her relentlessly chaotic and publicized existence. As if the universe had not tested her enough, the year 2023 delivered a catastrophic, insurmountable blow that completely obliterated what little strength she had left. Her beloved younger brother, Jansen, was suddenly wiped from the earth at the tragically young age of 28, plunging the Panettiere family into a hellish realm of unimaginable grief. Mother, Lesley Vogel, was forced to bury her only son, a traumatic event that permanently fractured the family's already fragile foundation. Hayden, suffocating under the weight of this insurmountable sorrow, released her explosive memoir, laying bare the toxic realities of childhood fame and her exhausting war with severe addiction. The pages dripped with the agonizing truth of a decades-long estrangement from her mother, detailing a relationship poisoned by bitter accusations and unbearable emotional distance. After 20 years of relentless psychological warfare, the mother and daughter were completely alienated, a tragic severing of the most sacred human bond. Then came the catastrophic day that will forever live in infamy, a day that shattered millions of hearts and brought her agonizingly turbulent journey to a terrifying and abrupt halt. On the blistering afternoon of August 16th, inside a quiet, unassuming apartment in Greenville, South Carolina, a frantic, blood-curdling 911 call pierced the silence. A terrified acquaintance desperately reported a young woman lying completely unresponsive, triggering a massive, chaotic emergency response. Sirens wailed as paramedics and law enforcement violently burst onto the scene, launching immediately into desperate, high-stakes cardiopulmonary resuscitation. They administered advanced cardiac life support, pouring every ounce of medical expertise into reviving the lifeless star. But the grim reality of fate could not be reversed. Every frantic effort was ultimately in vain. At only 36 years old, the luminous Hayden Panettiere was tragically pronounced dead on the cold floor, leaving behind a legacy tainted by profound, unending sorrow.
In the chilling aftermath of this horrifying discovery, investigators immediately swarmed the premises, frantically searching for answers amidst the devastating wreckage of a life cut brutally short. While preliminary reports hastily declared an absence of foul play, the ominous shadow of a suspected fatal overdose looms heavily over the ongoing, highly secretive autopsy investigation. Her shattered father, Skip Panettiere, released a deeply agonizing statement, mourning the catastrophic loss of his extraordinary radiant light, who once brought immeasurable joy to the globe. Yet amidst the deafening roar of public mourning, a haunting, agonizing silence echoes from her estranged mother, Lesley.
We must pause and truly fathom the apocalyptic torment ravaging this mother's soul. To bury a magnificent son and merely 2 years later to violently lose a beautiful daughter in the prime of her life. The psychological fortitude required to simply draw breath under such a crushing, suffocating weight of grief is absolutely beyond human comprehension. The breathtakingly tragic saga of Hayden Panettiere is far more than a sensational Hollywood headline. It is a brutal, unflinching testament to the lethal dangers of childhood stardom. She was a mesmerizing paradox of spectacular triumph and agonizing despair, a warrior who brazenly exposed her deepest vulnerabilities so others fighting similar demons might never feel entirely abandoned.
Losing such a magnificent, fiercely talented soul at the heartbreaking age of 36 is a catastrophic blow that the entertainment universe will never truly recover from. We bow our heads in profound reverence, offering our deepest, most passionate tributes to a star who burned with such magnificent intensity. May her tormented spirit finally discover the serene, eternal peace she was so violently denied in life. If this harrowing journey has stirred your soul, please honor her memory by leaving a like, sharing your heartfelt condolences below, and subscribing to our channel. Until we meet again, guard your loved ones fiercely, stay profoundly safe, and take care.